What's up, guys? How y'all doing? Chris Belmont here on location at Goat Studios, getting some work done. And from time to time, I want to just kind of get on here and just dump my thoughts out and, just talk about a specific topic. And today's topic is about how to be prepared in the studio. It's a question that I get, or something that I observe a lot when I work with clients, is that a lot of times artists don't necessarily get ready properly for the studio. And I think the issue is that when you come to the studio, there is no set of rules. You kind of just rent the time and then just go from there and try to make it work. But I think at the end of the day, if there was some sort of system in place, checklist in place that you knew you had, you'd be able to prepare for the studio a little bit better. Usually the issue is that I think is that a lot of artists, they fall into three categories. They're either the artist that wrote the song completely, has the beat ready, has the music ready, and is ready to go, but doesn't necessarily know how or what they're actually doing when they come to the studio as far as what their performance is. Usually somebody like me, you get lucky with somebody like me because usually I have a vision and I catch the vision pretty quickly as an engineer and a vocal producer. But usually that's not the best blueprint for success in the studio. I think sometimes where that becomes an issue is that you end up going in and doing something that doesn't necessarily reflect your original idea. And I have a way to kind of combat that a little bit. And the way to combat that is to pre-record at home. I think that's a really good way of kind of doing a little test run as to how your voice sounds on the song you wrote. Because sometimes you may write a song and it doesn't necessarily work for your voice. So you have to do this kind of trial and error thing. And studio time is expensive. I do understand this facility is a little bit on the pricey side, especially if you don't know exactly what you're going to do when you come here. So it probably would behoove you to kind of get prepared and prepare in the right way that works for your process. And if your process is the type of artist that comes in and needs to have a blueprint so that you know exactly what it is you're doing when you get here, you'll make the most out of your time. You'll maximize the time in the studio. But if you're the artist that likes to vibe in a studio, likes to just come in the studio and work, then that works for you. Then you need to let the engineer know that ahead of time so that he or she knows that that's the type of session that we're going to be having. We're going to be going and building that session. We're going to be putting ideas together and crafting it as we go. This way, the engineer understands that they need to set the session up in a certain way, and then the session can go smoother if that is the expectation. And then the third type of artist is the type of artist that doesn't necessarily write their music, and they're getting music from outside source, and they haven't learned fully the words or know exactly how to actually put down the song in the studio. So you end up reading while you're performing. And I think that's a big no-no in the studio. Reason being is that your brain cannot handle, most people's brains cannot handle performing and reading at the same time. Your performance usually is the thing that takes the hit. And it will behoove you to kind of learn the song before you get here, just because, again, our goal is to maximize our time so we get most out of the minutes and the hours that we're here. Reading and performing at the same time, usually to the unexperienced studio goer and artist, it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem, especially if the engineer is trying to get a better performance out of you. It can become frustrating that you're trying to read the words and perform. I wanted to put that out there for artists, only because as an engineer, I can experience an artist getting frustrated when this is the case. And it's kind of too late at that time. You kind of have to make the best out of it. So why not watch a video like this and know ahead of time before you go to the studio? All right. So it's just something I wanted to talk about real quick. Hopefully it helps you in your next session. And listen, Song Creators Playbook. You guys go sign up to the workshop if you guys want to get the tools and the system that would help you be able to maximize your creation process so you're more efficient and you can output more songs. Because at the end of the day, we're in the time that, content is king, which is why as a music producer and a studio engineer, I'm here on camera, which I think is super helpful for people. But at the same time, it would be great for you as an artist to be able to create a system for yourself to be able to create more and more music so the world can hear what it is you got. Okay? Sign up for my workshop. It's in the description below, and I can't wait to see you. All right? Have a good one. Peace.